Go ahead.
Hello, Drew Tucker here to show you the ins and outs of the Ellex Tango laser from top to bottom. So we're going to start kind of at the bottom. First part is the key. You can stay in, and when it's in the vertical position, it's off. A quarter turn clockwise forward to the horizontal position turns the laser on. This orange light should stay illuminated all the time, pressed in. So just make, if that happens to get turned off, press that back in. That will turn the slit lamp on and turn the laser off. Around here you have an orange light. This is just a light indicator that's telling you that there's power to the table system. Your table controls are up and down here. I'm going to point out while I'm here, this is your 800 number in case you need any support, tech support. And above that is your PM, preventive maintenance. And according to this, you need to call and schedule this if this sticker is accurate. So you can call the 800 number and check with them about your preventive maintenance. To do that, you want to use this serial number, which is, it's on a plate. It should be around the front here. There should be is there a plate under there?
There's a plate
Sticker
over here.
Yeah, so that's where your serial number is. So you would give them that serial number when you were to call in.
Okay.
All right, so let's come up above the table area.
Key should always be left out of the thing, right?
The key?
The key, or is it
It's
okay?
totally up to you guys.
Okay.
From a security standpoint or whatever, it's up to you guys. You want to put it away somewhere. We came with 2 keys. So there's probably a backup key somewhere. This little blue pouch. We'll go to this. We'll take a little, I don't know if the backup key's in here. These are your laser safety glasses. You need to have these. OSHA says you need to have a pair. If there is a family member or somebody in the area, or anybody that's inside the curtained area, not a bad idea to have them put these on. The laser is an invisible wavelength, so there's really no exposure potential, but it is recommended that you have these.
Because it's a class 3B?
Yeah, I believe so. I think there's a sticker on here somewhere. It is yeah, I know that it is one of the lowest class levels. I think it is it's definitely a class 3. I don't know about the B part of that though. All right. One other little note. I noticed you guys have made up laser energy settings for the different procedures here. We did this right back in the beginning. So this is here for the doctors to reference for recommended settings. And then let's come back over here. So I don't know where your second key is. It's not in the bag, but there was a second key at one point. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about up above. Once the laser is turned on, pretty much the controls, the illumination lighting here, one for the aiming beam and one for the slit beam. The doctor's going to control these. If you're putting a patient in front and you don't want to have this bright white light shining in the patient, this little wheel turns and it actually turns off. Okay, so you can turn the bright white light off by rolling that backwards. The doctor will make the adjustments to the knobs. That's directed by our little sheet over here, and also to the little control panel. I'm just going to do something here. I'm going to take a few shots of the laser. I want to show you how to record the energy and the amount of energy delivered during a procedure. So I'm just going to click, let me start this. I'm going to click a few shots to show you how this works. Okay, so right now we're on 1.2 millijoules. That's the amount of energy that's delivered per pulse or per shot that the doctor fires. There were 9 shots delivered for a total of 11 millijoules. So those are the 3 numbers in that area at the end of the procedure that should be recorded and document for the laser procedure, okay? When you're done recording those, you want to press the center button here. You see the 0, and what that does is that zeroes out those numbers. And that's important because if you do a second patient and you don't zero, it's just going to add from the first patient. So you want to make sure you zero them out.
Okay. And it does say 0 there.
Yep,
Okay.
it does say 0 there. All right, so let's talk about patient positioning. It's very important that the patient is comfortable during the procedure. And I'm not sure if you guys do any adjustments to the table or the doctor does the adjustments, but the chin rest up and down is here. These little black marks here are your eyeball approximators to get to the side of the eyeball. And you want to make sure the patient is leaning down into the chin rest so that they're not stretching their neck. That's very important that their forehead be fully up against the forehead rest here so that they're not kind of bobbing back. The doctor won't be able to see what's going on. So if you're observing the procedure, my recommendation is that you look from the side and you're constantly looking to make sure there's no gap here between the patient's forehead and here. If the patient is constantly moving, my recommendation would be just gently put your hand on the back of the patient and make sure they're up fully in there. And if they can't stay up there, then I would let the doctor know during the procedure, because if they're moving in and out, the doctor's going to have a hard time adjusting in and out.
Okay.
Okay. That's probably the most important thing out of any of the procedures, is make sure the patient is in there. So you have your table up and down here. You got your chin rest up and down here. You have your chair adjusts as well. So you've got a lot of adjustments to make sure the patient is down on the chin rest and forehead is right up against the bar. As far as cleaning, you can alcohol the forehead rest and the chin rest, and just do that in between each case. These are really nice. These are your handlebars for the patient. So I would always recommend that the patient know that they're here, make sure there's nothing in their hands, and make sure they use the handlebars because they can kind of pull themselves forward into the chin rest by using the handlebars. Okay? Doctor may ask the patient to look at the green light for fixation, and the doctor will do the settings and on the control panel and complete the procedure. You can pause that for a sec if you want.